been 19 years, I guess, since we first introduced the Moose brand to Winnipeg, back at the Winnipeg Arena. And so it's really gratifying and very exciting to reintroduce a brand that we were very, very proud of for 15 years.
As an organization, True North is extremely excited to reintroduce AHL hockey to the province of Manitoba, and we look forward to welcoming fans to the MTS Centre for Manitoba Moose hockey games starting this fall.
The opportunity to bring the American League team home back to Winnipeg is certainly something that I'm very proud to be a part of, and thank our ownership group, True North Sports and Entertainment, for the vision to be able to allow us to get to this point.
Welcome to Winnipeg Jets this week, Manitoba Moose this week. This morning the Jets unveiled the name of their AHL affiliate that's relocating to Winnipeg, called the Manitoba Moose. Tim Campbell was on the beat with the Manitoba Moose 1.0 forever and ever. Tim, let's just talk about, first of all, what it means to the Jets to have their AHL affiliate in their own backyard.
Well, you get the sense of relief right away here today, Ed, and I think we've been feeling that for some time since they've been talking about relocating their team or getting it somewhere closer to Winnipeg. The logistical problems they've encountered, I think, in recent times, Mark Chipman mentioned today, since the Jets moved to the Western Conference of the NHL, it's become more and more problematic. So I get a real sense of relief today. They finally got this solved. We're ready to go here now for the fall, and that the exchange of players, demotions, and promotions will become a lot easier between the two teams. It won't always be the easiest because both teams have road schedules and they won't always be in Winnipeg at the same time, but getting players to and from the big team and the Moose team will become a lot easier. And the other thing it's going to do is make it way easier for Kevin Cheveldayoff and his staff to keep a better handle on their prospects and the development end of things. They can massage things that aren't working and even do other things even more that are working. This is more in-house now. They're going to have way more control over just about everything that goes on with their farm team.
What do you think of going back to their original name?
Well, personally, I'll applaud them for it. And they, various people from the Jets organization in True North today focused on this in some of their remarks, that they've built up a brand following and a credibility and a likability with this logo over the years. It has morphed a couple times itself. We used to call this sort of the angry Moose, back in the later years of the AHL franchise. So they brought this back in a little bit of a different color scheme to match the Jets and the True North NHL scheme. In the end, they've settled on the tried and true, kind of like 2011. I think there's great credibility, instant recognizability with this logo. In the end, I think it's going to turn out to be a pretty wise decision.
Let's talk a little bit about why this will work. There's obviously a different price point than for the Jets, and I think one of the big selling points too is the fact that it is Jets prospects that are playing here instead of Vancouver Canucks. There's a real attachment from hockey fans here to see the guys that are going to be wearing the big club's jersey down the road.
Well, I think you've hit the nail on the head right there with that. It will be American League hockey, which fans here know a lot about, but it will be different in that context. It won't be worried about how we're feeding the Vancouver Canucks. The fans, I think, took quite a liking to the Moose here in those years, especially hardcore NHL fans, some of them anyway. But the feeling always was that when the players got good, they were gone and almost to be forgotten. For the fans, it'll be like our own, and I think there'll be way more of an emotional investment in that development and the performance because those players belong to the Winnipeg Jets, not the Vancouver Canucks, and that will be a big factor here in how this team will be viewed.
So a very big day here for the Winnipeg Jets and the True North Sports and Entertainment. For Tim Campbell, I'm Ed Tait. Check out our stuff in Winnipeg Free Press and on winnipegfreepress.com.